Welcome back, y'all. Back for week 2 of season 16 Platinum. Coming off a big win last week, so let's keep the train rolling, okay? So, we're playing Howell. This is not a divisional matchup, but I think it's still interconference, so yeah, still important. First mod I brought was Venusaur. This is meant to be our go-to special tank. Heavily invested in special bulk. It does a really great job checking Tentacruel. Unfortunately, because of Liquid Ooze, we can't use any Leap Seed or Giga Drain shenanigans, but it still works. Yeah, so let's see how this goes. Also, its special bulk helps it take hits from Ninetales, Vikavolt, and Ursaluna. So yeah, let's see how that goes. All right, Charizard, this is also a pretty helpful member here. The ability to switch in and reset weather at any point is going to be crucial to my strategy. Sandslash is incredibly threatening, so the ability to remove weather at any point will be really helpful. Fire Blast, Scorching Sands, and Dragon Pulse, this combination of coverage should be able to hit everything on this team, at least neutrally. And yeah, let's hope it does almost as much as it did last week. Venusaur making its debut. We're running the sweeper set with Battle Bond. In some ways, Battle Bond was nerfed in Gen 9, but in other ways, you could say that it was buffed. Battle Bond makes it really cool. Really easy to sweep through teams if it's given the opportunity to, and I think that we have the devices here to make that happen. So Ice Beam, Dark Pulse, Hydro Pump, Water Shuriken. We expect the set. Basically, our goal here is going to be to just hit everything, come in, take a hit, and retaliate, and eventually we should be able to clean out at the end. This is an endgame sweeper for sure. Another endgame sweeper that I might just use as a mid-game sweeper, depending on how I see fit. Arcanine, running Extreme Speed, Flare Blitz, Head Smash, Wild Charge. Choice Band this week, I think we were made to outspeed pretty much everything Decidueye and below, which is still pretty good. Even then, Choice Banded Extreme Speeds are nothing to laugh at. They can do some serious work, and if we use it sparingly and effectively, we should be able to get something good going. Especially against stuff like Ursaluna that threatens the rest of this team. Another thing that's important to note is that this Wall's Talonflame, I did my due diligence this week. I checked, and no coverage that Talonflame can get can hit this thing more than neutrally. But even then, like, the neutral hits are like, I don't quite remember, but it's nothing impactful. They don't have ground or water moves or fighting moves or anything like that. So Great Tusk running physically bulky this week. He's going to be a rock setter. Body Press, Earthquake, because we're so physically invested in bulk. Body Press just does more damage, and Earthquake. I just don't want to compromise my defenses for more power, and we have the longevity here. So Spinner, yeah, and then Screamtail finally, bringing a pretty similar set. Wish, Thunderwave, Baton Pass, and then this week we're going to bring Dazzling Gleam just so it can outspeed stuff like Gallade and Hydreigon. Come in, threaten it with damage, and yeah. All right, no nicknames this week, just because I feel like we want to go for that organic feel. This is authentic. This is the Halifax Hawlucha at its core, our passion. So yeah, I'll see you when the battle starts. Peace. All right, welcome on in. So straight off the bat, we see the Snowcore, we see Tentacruel, Gallade. Those four I'm happy to see. I have enough checks and balances to make sure they don't go out of control. Probopass and Vikavolt I'm a little more worried for. In fact, let's go ahead and check on our stats here for Terra. Okay, so Electric and Fire for Vikavolt, Steel, Ghost, and Fighting. That is a real concern for Probopass. But I think a good lead here. Well, we have a few options. So I think one of the main things that could come out here as a start could be Vikavolt. That's something to keep in mind. Other one that could come out here would be Probopass or Ninetales. I don't think any of the other three are likely options, but I think all of them have a pretty decent matchup versus I think all the ones I just listed have a pretty decent matchup against Great Tusk. Well, I guess if it's Probopass or Vikavolt, we can just Baton Pass out. I would have liked to use Encore, but yeah. We'll Scream Tail to be safe. We could Baton Pass out on Probo Pass, go into something that can withstand its hits, probably Venusaur. So, yeah, let's go ahead and start that. Yep. So, that's about what I expected. Let me turn off the sound effect. I did remember to turn off the music, so there we go. I also have the Calix ready to go. I mean, Probo Pass, I'm assuming it's just going to set up rocks, right? No balloon, which makes this a little bit easier because we can't hit anything. It's Steel Ghost Fighting. Let me just memorize it. Steel Ghost Fighting, Steel, Water, Fairy, and then Electric Fire. This will make it a lot easier. So right off the bat, Probo Pass it's like not gonna do a whole lot. I mean, versus Scream Tail, this is a bit a Great Tusk, not really. Yeah, I'm gonna. If we could probably pretty safely Baton Pass. Let me see. Obviously, if we go into Great Tusk, a Terra will follow. Now, if this is Terra, let me check again. Anything is fine, really. None of them resist ground, so I'm not too worried about that. I think the best scenario for all of us here is just to go into Tusk. Yeah, Stealth Rocks. Now there's a couple options here. He can spin block with Terra Ghost, which would force him to stay in. I mean, either way, I'm pretty okay with that. I could set up my own rocks here and just deal with the consequences of them being up. To be honest, I'd rather not. Spin blocking does restrict him from tearing with his other two mons, so I'm just going to go for it because I really don't want to deal with these. Alternatively, we could look at how much we do to Ninetales. And so, like, not really much. I'm gonna if he Terras with this, which is totally fine in my eyes, yeah, so that's good, because now clear out the rocks, don't worry about that. I mean, Vikavolt is threatening, don't get me wrong. Energy Ball can come off and just wipe me out. So I think the best move for me right now is to go into Venusaur and click Sleep. Even if webs go up, we can clear it later with Great Tusk. The way to do that, even then that's like worst case scenario. Yeah. Okay. And we sleep here. This is scary for a few reasons. Even though it's slow, don't let that deceive you. It's incredibly scary. Its special attack is pretty high from what I remember. We cannot take this thing lightly. Sticky Web doesn't do a lot of great things for this team, but Arcanine and Greninja losing some steam is pretty significant, especially when we're trying to like... Oh, Scream Tail too. Scream Tail needs to be able to outspeed Glade if we want to be able to take it on in the end game. So it is important that we... looks like we did EV this to outspeed Vikavolt, which is good. Yeah. Nice. Okay. So Venusaur versus Vikavolt. I already have Vikavolt up. Sludge Bomb does a pretty decent amount. And none of the other things really want to come in on this. Even like Tentacruel. So I mean, really, we could just fire off a Sludge Bomb pretty safely. Probopass can come in, sure, but like Probopass is special bulk is actually it might be pretty good. I don't remember. Oh yeah, it's solid. So maybe we get out of here, huh? We can Energy Ball. Sorry about that cut, y'all. I accidentally clicked the share button and it showed a bunch of my contacts, which is just great. Okay, so that's the previous one. All right, so Energy Ball does not a lot to this thing. Sledge Bomb, yeah. So the thing about Probopass is that it's just way too passive. That's why but its HP isn't great. So we can sort of take advantage of this. Sort of. We have Sleep Claws, right? Yeah, I figured. But no, I'm okay with the way we're handling that. Probopass is a pretty clear switch. I think a pretty neutral way to deal with that is Screamtail coming out here. Probopass. How much does Greninja do to it? Like 70%. So we need a little bit of chip. And to be fair, Energy Ball I think does it's a little bit, we need a little more than that, but we would kill after 2. So it's really between whether or not he's going to go to Probopass here. And if he goes to Probopass, I mean, the clear option is just go Great Tusk and deal with it head on, but I don't see major consequences of going Great Tusk, to be honest. But Screamtail is not that bad either. I think Screamtail is probably the best option, just to remain neutral. Huh. So turn 1 Wake Up is a thing that I didn't know could. I guess the first turn of Sleep was counted. Yeah, that's a shame because this would have been really great for our momentum. But what can you do? I guess. Yeah, it's turn 2. Switch. You're only guaranteed 1 turn. Makes sense. In my opinion, it was confusing. I probably wouldn't have made that move if I knew that could happen, but yeah, who cares? Who cares? It's fine. We're good. Probopass likely comes out here again, and it's really a toss-up whether I want to go back into Great Tusk. I think we always make the same move until we force him into Terror, and that way Sandslash is just automatically less of a threat. I don't really see any harm in that. We force him to Terra into fighting. I mean, into Ghost or fighting, and then Sandslash is automatically just 10 times less threatening. So we'll set up Rapid Spins. We'll do Rapid Spin here. Obviously, Vikavolt, just without any. It does wall us, and kill us in 1 hit with Energy Ball, but no, it's a dog world out there. I'm totally okay with it turning to Ghost here to try to block my spin, because then all of a sudden we can send in Charizard at any given point and eliminate Sandslash with no questions asked. I don't think this is Terra Ghost because I feel like it would have done that already, or maybe Howell has already recognized that exact same point. Yeah, we're in a circle here. We're in a loop-de-loop. It's a perfect loop-de-loop. And I am leaning towards them not making the same play twice. So I kind of want to set up rocks, but that's a throw because you want to make the move that works out no matter what decision you make. I think a Volt is coming out here. I do. But Energy Ball does kill me, which is... I guess if it doesn't kill me, I could just take advantage of that, but I think it does. I think webs are a good possibility, actually. Okay. There's a few things that this could do. leftovers. So no, I could get up rocks. Again, it's tough. So send an Arcanine. I think that works out on all fronts. Only things that outspeed this on this team are Ninetales and this. And Tentacruel as well, but Tentacruel always has a safe switch and we never have to worry about that. Gallade and Ninetales, we have things we can switch in as well. So I think I'm going to send an Arcanine on a move. Let's just make sure it doesn't do too much before I throw. Yeah, so most of its moves actually do quite a bit. It's not going to throw out an electric move. Energy Ball, yeah. So we have no other Terra Captains on this team, so there's literally no harm in us just clicking Terra Fire Flare Blitz right now. It's not Scarfed. So we can click it, we outspeed, and it's something going to have to come out and take the hit. I don't think Tentacruel even wants to take this hit. Because for one, Head Smash kills it. Even then, Flare Blitz does like 90%. So you choose a sack here, really. Head Smash kills it. I think Probopass dies to 2 of these. I'd assume so, because its HP is so garbage. Yeah, no. It can die to 1. Everything else, obviously Ninetales and Gallade are going to die. And Sandslash. So yeah, something dies here. And if we can take... Hopefully it's not Vikavolt, because if we take advantage of the fact that this Vikavolt exists, we can let it kill something and then just send an Arcanine and get another kill. I really hope that they do not sack Vikavolt here. Then again, Terrifier exists. So I think my best move might not be to hit Head Smash here. Because of this Terrifiers, I mean, I know that this thing's defense isn't great, but we die here, and that would just be... But again, I did mention that I wouldn't mind. I do want to get them to Terra, but it does 82%. In that case, we get Greninja in, and we can... Yeah, but even that, it doesn't do that much. Crap. I want to do it. In the end, if it Terrifiers, we do lose Arcanine, which is, again, a pretty crucial point to keeping this to... I mean, like, we just went over how this is going to be effective in eliminating some options, but making sure that Sandslash can't Terra is also pretty important to me. So we're gonna go with that for now. Ideally, the next few turns, he sacks, he sends in Tentacruel, or sacks something. If he sacks something, we can go into Great Tusk on Probopass switch in, likely, and then Rapid Spin, force a Terra if we need to, but it probably won't happen, and then deal with whatever else is sent out. I don't think Terrifier is going to come out here. Howell is very carefully choosing his move. Yeah, in the end, I'm just not willing to work. It's too much momentum lost for me to go and click Head Smash here. Because for one, there's the chance of me missing. And two, if he goes into Probopass on the Head Smash, that's just a throw. And I can't risk that. Because I'm not in a position where I can afford to keep going through this sequence of turns where I send in Great Tusk and I Rapid Spin off the rocks and then Vikavolt comes back out. That's not something I'm willing to keep going through. So we're gonna hope that something like Tentacruel comes out. Even then, like, I don't think, unless you're running like max speed Tentacruel, you're not gonna outspeed me, but I'm sure like it probably is set up that way. So, I mean, we can run a few calcs while we're waiting. Vikavolt dies. Probopass, 2-hit KO, so it dies. It's a 25% chance to OHKO. Delayed definitely dies. I don't know why I'm even looking it up, but I will. Yeah, 200%. This shit's crazy. Who else? I mean, Ninetales and Sandslash dies, so it's really just Tentacruel that we're worried about. Head Smash does 140. So yeah, there are two scenarios where Flare Blitz wins me this exchange here. It's if Tentacruel is not sent out, or I was gonna miss Head Smash. Head Smash only wins if for one landed, which is already eliminates 20% of the given scenarios, and then two, Vikavolt terastallizes, which, yeah, that is a factor to eliminate Flare Blitz, but I don't think they terastallize 20% of the time. Yeah, gone. So I would have preferred if Vikavolt had stayed alive there, but it's obviously pretty good that we don't have to worry about webs. I know Ninetales comes out here, but again, it can get up its veil if it wants. I don't really care. Sure, you can do that, but I'm gonna be okay. We have Probopass still around that this can come in on at any point. We need a little bit more chip on Probopass before Terrifier can actually kill this. But ideally, we can. Even then, if we need Tentacruel though as well for Greninja to really do what it wants to do here. So. Tentacruel, yep. And this thing is probably EV to outspeed me, but either way we don't kill. Venusaur flip turn. It's fair. Yeah, that's fair. You can send in Ninetales if you'd like. On Ninetales switch, we definitely we probably click Scorching Sands. Okay. This is fine. So Screamtail versus Glade. I think we always Shadow Sneak we have to worry about though. I can't, yeah. So, 46, oh, shoot. It's a little less than I would have hoped for. So, we could do a couple things here. We could get Choice Band Extreme Speed. This is bulky as well. Like, how much Energy Bolt doesn't have like kills me though, like right off the draw, so I can't do that. How much does Extreme Speed do? Like 58%. And then how much would Greninja's Water Shurikens do? Yeah, so we gotta be careful. Oh, I better get off that before I forget. My dog is barking in the background, so if y'all hear that, I'm sorry about that. So yeah, it was a good turn. I know flip turn, it would have been great if I had stayed in there, but what can you do? Now, all right. Well, Greninja takes both of those hits, but the worst I can't really risk. I could risk Great Tusk. I don't really need it for a whole lot. I guess it's nice to have for Probopass shit, but other than that, it's not really it's not really a necessity for me. And we're fully physically bulky on a pretty bulky mon, so I feel like we don't take a whole, we don't die to anything, so we can at least get two Rocky Helmet chips off, you know? I guess the worst case scenario would be Swords Dance. Yeah, Great Tusk comes in. Triple Axle hit one time. Sorry about that, but I think we're fine with that. I guess we're not even Rocky Helmet. Okay, well, I think we Earthquake, because we do 60%. We do a pretty good amount. We can get this down to 40, anywhere from 35 to 40. No, I can't do math, my bad. Get this anywhere from 49 to 40, which is fine. Body press doesn't do as much. I could viably rapid spin and then outspeed it, but it's not really what I'm looking to do here. I'm sorry about that triple axle. I guess I kind of went in with this. I went in with the Great Tusk on the presumption that I could beat the system by like Rocky Helming it. So this is 49. Triple axle doesn't kill, which is a pretty important distinction. I think I get up rocks here. Is it worth it? Because, ooh, wait. So this, I think I spin, and then I Earthquake. Because then I outspeed, and after I outspeed, I can just Earthquake again, and I'll have enough chip on this thing to kill it. It has a little bit of bulk. We did 49, so I'll give it 252 HP. Does that account for 49 Earthquake? I mean, like, just about. So, like, yeah, Rapid Spin will make this a pretty good turn. And we can break Sturdy on Probopass. I don't think he sends in Probopass on Earthquake. That's ridiculous, but I don't think he sent in anything on an Earthquake that's here. Looking at it now, this might actually be a bit of a throw. Like, if you look at this team, this is very ground weak. Obviously, Ninetales is there. I just gotta make sure if Screamtail was a little bit more healthy, I'd feel a bit more comfortable with that. But again, I think we Rapid Spin. Yep, and then we can Earthquake. So Glade either dies here, or we're getting a pretty substantial amount of damage on Ninetales. I think Great Tusk losing this much health is a fair exchange for how much damage I did to Glade when I was looking at this situation. Because when this thing first came out, we were like, oh shoot, this is bad. This can pretty much wipe me out. So we needed to find a way to get that down and make sure that Extreme Speed can kill it at some point. I think I've done a pretty decent job. I think Dazzling Gleam also kills it from here. So we're going to Earthquake here, now that we outspeed. So the two moves here are just letting Glade die or going into Ninetales. I don't really mind either way. Ninetales, I think... See, usually when I go to do these calcs, he's done his move by the time I come back, but it takes like 30%. So I can do a pretty fair 60% to Ninetales if they go in. I'm going to let this die. And if Ninetales comes in, it takes a pretty fair like 60%, which is obviously leaves it to be fodder for like Greninja. And the more Pokemon that we have at a low HP, especially ones that are outsped by Greninja, which is this whole team, the better. Okay, that's fine. Probopass here. Again, well. I think I set up my own rocks. Ghost, maybe. So it's gonna Terra here. It's gonna Terra. Because I don't know why this would be sent out if it wasn't going to Terra. Do I keep this alive? As just like fodder for later? I don't think so. Because why would this come out over Ninetales, which seems like such a better switch in here? Ghost and fighting, either way, I don't care. Earthquake hits it neutral. We can break sturdy, get it to about the percent that we need. It does 120. If it's Terra'd into Ghost, Earthquake does 30, which is what we need for Greninja, though it's important to bear in mind that Tentacruel can also just kill us. So, I mean, you can switch in. So really, we're limiting our options here, but I think we just Earthquake. If he rocks, if he Terra Ghosts and rocks, that's unfortunate. We'll get up our own rocks, but yeah, Terra Fighting and so Terra Fighting, Body Press, that's cool because now we can go into no. So I think we. Oh wait, shoot. Yeah, Arcanine kills something here. No. Yeah, Arcanine kills us. No, not. We don't switch to Pro Pass. Sorry. Arcanine comes in here 100% of the time because it's Ghost, but it's still neutral and kill it. It's not Scarf. Unless it is, which would be funny, but I don't think it is. So Arcanine kills something here. Flare Blitz. If Tentacruel comes in, then Greninja just goes crazy. So I don't think Tentacruel comes in. I think Propass just dies, which again is fine because for one we know the Terror is gone, which means Sand Slash is significantly less threatening. Okay, I mean it's cool with me, man. So now Greninja has a pretty cool, good matchup here. It's a definite possibility that we see it either flip turn, which is fine in my book because Propass will just likely come out. But there's also a possibility that it attacks. Then there's another possibility where this is slower than us and we're just throwing. But I don't think that's... Let's look at it this way, okay? So we just did 77 to it, right? That means it's fairly bulky because if I recall correctly, that had to be absolute mineral if there was no defense. To get past my speed, which is 262, it needs... I guess, yeah, that checks out if you just, like, EV'd out BB. How much do you take from Charizard? Scorching Sands. About 37, so... Yeah, again, this is another matchup. I mean, this is another exchange here where this could either be really, really bad for me or really, really good for me, and there's not very much in between. So I think Venusaur wins the exchange no matter what. If we flip turns, there's no Gallade to switch into. I guess Sand Slash exists, but I mean, if Sand Slash comes in, I'm just gonna sack Venusaur and go back into Arcanine. Right? Yeah, so I mean, Charizard's another thing that just comes in and demolishes it. So, yeah. Flip turn, that's fine. We figured that would happen, but Propass is outsped by Venusaur, thankfully. So we can sleep it. And then we can sleep it on turn 1, and then turn 2, we can go into Arcanine. Tempt Fate with sleep again. But you know Halifax Hawlucha, our monster is that we don't miss, and when it comes to sleep, we don't have one turn sleeps twice, you know. So if Ninetales comes in, we sack. We sleep turn 1. If we manage to land it, we sack and we stay in until we are done. That's our number 1 point. 2, I guess another really important thing that we need to do is make sure that Charizard's Mega'd at some point so that we can switch it in on Ninetales attempting to do an Aurora Veil and not let it set up. So I'm fine with pretty much any scenario here. Yeah. So we Sleep Powder. Or do we Dark Pulse? I mean, not Dark Pulse, Sludge Bomb for Chip. I mean, behind Veil, I imagine this doesn't do a whole lot, considering I don't have much investment, but behind Veil, we do, like, some decent damage. I'm gonna just go for it. Poison, maybe? No. Okay, well, I think that's okay. My dog is howling. I'm fine with that. We're pretty bulky, so we can take a hit here. I'm gonna sleep. Okay, that's... it could be worse, you know, that turn was pretty much as straightforward as it gets. I guess I could, in that scenario, I could keep this as bait and make sure that Hypnosis isn't an option very much longer. We'll Sleep Powder again. My bad. That's awful. I'm so sorry about that. We Charizard here. Sorry about that. Yeah, that's not good for me, is it? There's Veil, so it's gonna last 4 more turns. I think our best chance is to go into Venusaur, let it set up rocks, which is annoying, but... Or alternatively, how much does Probopass do to Charizard Y with Rock Stab? So, actually, maybe it is the better move to just stay in on this, even take a Power Gem. Because Power Gem doesn't kill with my bulk, unless it's like got a lot of investment. But even then, it wouldn't be. Yeah, and then behind Aurora Veil, like, Fire Blast does 20%, so it's not great, but we needed to... And then we can send a Greninja. My issue is I guess it doesn't really matter, does it? So we'll if rocks are up, it's not really the end of the world for this thing. So we'll send in Venusaur for now. This thing's sleeping, which means after Aurora Veil ends, it's not going to give many more opportunities to do that. So we can probably go Scream Tail here. Thunder Wave. Something, I think. It's important that we get this thing Mega'd so that we can send in Drought. Or maybe not. I don't know. Yeah, and it's hard to tell. That's getting really lucky with Sleep there is kind of a big deal. Not kind of a big deal, it is a big deal. So for now, we'll go into Scream Tail and just like let it die. We'll Wish on the outspeed turn. Crap. Well, we should still outspeed. Unless this thing is like fully invested. We'll Wish here. That's unfortunate, but it's okay. We're getting rid of turns. We'll Wish here. And then we can Tom Pass the next turn. Yeah. What's Greninja do to this thing? think it's enough to be worth it. Never mind. Never mind. Okay, so we Thunderwave this. The idea with Thunderwaving is that if we get this thing... Yeah, it was a good turn for you. Fuck, man. Okay, well, we Baton Pass. He's going to try to stall sleep turns. We Baton Pass. Thunderwaving this could also be really good. I think we gotta hunker down and they take our destiny into our own hands. Thank you. Yeah, we Sledge Bomb. Or we could Charizard here. Fire Blast. On Mega. This clears snow. Forces a switch. I think we outspeed after Mega, right? Yeah, no, we don't. But we take an ice attack either way. If we get rid of this, then there's no more snow. And then Sand Slash is no longer a threat, and you can't win with Probopass. So that's annoying, but fine. We roost here. My dog is howling again. You probably can't hear any of that, which makes it even more funny when I keep pointing it out. But yeah, we roost here. The rocks are not an issue. The Charizard's main, the Fire Blast is annoying, obviously, because we definitely Fire Blast and the Tentacruel does 10%, and then Scorching Sands does. Never mind. Ignore I said it. I pretend I didn't say anything. I did not do that either. Yeah, turn. And I don't care. I'll Fire Blast you. %. Wait, so if this is 23%, that means that Fire Blast does a whole lot more than I thought it would. So we have Scorching Sands. Kill this. Get out of here. Because that's resisted. 110 will be 65, and then this is... I mean, so let me do my maths here. 165 divided by 2, that's like 82.5. This is 140. Yeah, this definitely kills. Cool. Tentacruel gone. Sand Slash can come out here, but then we just pick a sack, click Fire Blast. Question is, who do we sack? I think we sack you. Thunderwave. Or actually, I think we Baton Pass. That was a really clutch breakthrough there. And we Fire Blast. We don't miss. Halifax Hawlucha, we don't miss. But you know that by now. If Probopass comes in, it's still sunny, so it takes a lot more damage. We're not in Veil anymore, which is important to keep in mind for opposing attacks. That's why my attacks were doing so little damage to Tentacruel when I was cocking with Charizard. Cool. Anyway, it's important for me to roost here before I get switched out. Nice. Roost here, so we can come in again. And I want to be reasonable, but I'm gonna go ahead and say that Sandslash, Alola under Sun can't take a Fire Blast even behind Aurora Veil. So, you know. Thunder Wave here. Which is not ironic, which is really, really good for us. Please land. Thank you. That is huge. That is huge. I'm gonna wish. I don't love the prospect of this thing setting up either, guys, but wish. Nice. Baton Pass. This outspeeds us, so we can. Again, another really big breakthrough. So I'm sorry about that. Fire Blast here. The thing about it being paralyzed is that now Arcanine outspeeds it off the draw, so we should probably just let this thing die. We don't miss. And I'm pretty sure Charizard just kills here. But either way, it's an unfortunate miss, but Rock Slide also missed. A lot of really bad luck for both sides, but more prominently Howell, so I'm really sorry about that. But the game should be over this turn, but if not, Arcanine comes in and kills guaranteed. So it really comes down to if this Fire Blast lands, it's a 5-0 differential. If this Fire Blast does not land, it's 4-0. There you go. All right, good game, man. Sorry for all the hacks. I'm gonna send that over. Jeez, this is a rough match in terms of just like sheer quantity of moves that just refused to hit and ones that would. So I'm sorry it played out like that, but it was a lot of fun. I think that it was really cool to play a match where Probopass and Vikavolt were the two scariest things going in, completely unironically. And yeah, it's always super exciting to come in and get a win. So thank you guys for following along, and I will see y'all next week. Peace out.